Now, President Bola Tinubu has described former President Muhammadu Buhari as a man whose leadership stood on the pillars of integrity, accountability and patriotism. The former secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, believes President Tinubu is not just sustaining, but expanding the reforms laid down by former President Buhari. They made these comments at the book launch of According to the President by the former Senior Special Assistant, Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu. Senior reporter Demola Lawrence has more.
The book, authored by Garba, Shehu, former Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to Muhammadu Buhari, chronicles his journey as the presidential spokesperson during one of Nigeria's most defining democratic periods.
As a human being,
from recounting backroom political negotiations to managing national crises from the Villa's press room, Shehu gives an insider perspective into 8 years of presidential power, decisions and legacy building.
Muhammadu Buhari has done his part and the legacy must be preserved. This is a country that forgets too often. We are bedeviled by amnesia. The moment you go, they forget about you and they move on. So we must continue to preserve the legacy and keep the records of former leaders.
Indeed, this book is a blueprint or roadmap to the present and future presidential aides on how to relate and defend the action of policies of the president.
He says categorically that he set out to write not an autobiography, but a textbook for those who will in the future be media advisors and practitioners in the prestigious but often difficult, sometimes treacherous terrain of politics and governance at the highest levels.
It offers key lessons on leadership communication, governance under pressure, and intersection between power and public perception.
The book doesn't just reflect on the man, President Buhari, but also raises questions about leadership, loyalty, and the power of narrative in governance.
I remember one of the days when I went and briefed him, and I told him that I was shutting down the country. He gazed at me strangely, as if, where did you get that power from? I said, it's delegated authority, sir. When you appointed me as chairman of the COVID-19 response team, which had a multi-level approach, you gave us the power. We've discussed everything.
As the author reflects on his journey as presidential spokesperson, many here emphasize that journalists must put the nation first above everything else. Demola Lawrence, TVC News, Abuja.